Welcome to the EFM Daily Meatcast, Morning Coffee with Mitch. We f***ing meat.
I pulled it off. Unbelievable. I pulled it off. The whole thing worked out to about 8 seconds. 8 seconds. Wow, pretty cool. Good enough. Close enough. Good morning, everybody. Good morning and welcome. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Mitch. It's me, Mitch. Drink it if you got it. Oh, looks like the gang had a good time. I was watching. Wow. I'm so proud of you guys. You're all magical bastards today. Wow. That's a 5 wows. At least 5 wows. So, I guess I was a success. I was surprised. I was very surprised to see that many people in here that early. And I hope you enjoyed that the little show I put together for you. Or you could have just ignored it and shot it away. That was the purpose. The purpose was keep the lost souls occupied from 6 a.m. And wow, I worked real hard putting all that together, and I'm so glad I was able to pull it off and not push the wrong button at the wrong time. So obviously I can't go over all of the pre-chat, can I? But I can go back and look to see who the first one that hit the button exactly at 7 p.m. Wow, it's a lot of you here. Whoa, look at that. Holy cow, look at all this 7 o'clock. Wow, you were already getting ready for it. And I don't know how many of you used my countdown timer on the screen. I was curious to see whether the countdown timer that was at the bottom of the screen is the real internet time. That's the National Time Standard clock. By the time 1 hour of my pre-show video got to that point, and I tried to start it exactly an hour ahead of time, somehow there was about 7 or 8 seconds difference. So when I started that 30-second countdown at the end of the video, it was a little behind at that point by about 7 or 8 seconds. That is closer than I ever thought that I'd get, having those two timers match up. Now, what I should do next time is turn off the countdown timer at the bottom of the screen when the other timer starts. Then I'll look perfect, but that may screw you guys up. Those of you who try to come in exactly at 7. And this morning, Lambs came in at 6:59, right an instant before 7, and Robbie Autry nailed it at 7. And the list of people that was here after 7 was incredible. Richard Williams, good morning. Terry, how are you? Oh no, the countdown. Terry, I've been reading your comments, and Barry actually texted me and said, "Are you going to be chatting early?" And I just sent him back a smiley face. That defeats the purpose of it, guys. It's your show completely. Do anything you want, say anything you want, chat up a storm. Don't worry about me. I'm relaxing, getting ready. I actually went outside on my patio, fired up a cigar, and I watched the whole thing up until about 10 minutes before I had to come in here and start pushing buttons and be live. So it was great. And if you liked it, I'll keep doing it. So, a little feedback from you. I did read all the chat as it went by this morning. And, I mean, it started right out at 6 a.m. with about 20 people actually waiting before 6 a.m. So you guys are out wandering around before I thought you were. I figured I just think it'd go by maybe about half an hour in, somebody starts showing up. But no, it exceeded any expectations that I had. And I got the largest kick out of it. Larry Ryan, how you doing? Larry, good to see you. Amanda was here from the beginning. Good to see you. Yellow Rose, how are you? Dennis, DJ Bro, and Anthony is here. And Jerry, good morning, Jerry. For those of you who follow Dr. Boz and her calculation, my score today was okay. I don't know anything about Boz's score. All I know, Jerry, is I hope you're doing well on your fast. Jerry, for those of you that don't know, and I can't imagine as many of you that don't, Jerry's like on day 6 of a 30-day fast. Wow. Amanda. I remembered her name. Van Dan. Hi, Amanda. I think I did. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm still in the process of cementing that in my mind. Marla Kelly. Hi, Marla. How are you? Chuck from Clearwater's here, and Rick came back at 7. Rick and Milton in the morning. The dynamic duo, Batman and Robin. Cordelia, how you doing, Cordelia? And Terry said, "Okay, Mitch, we are present," and talked out. Somehow I don't think so. I don't think the chat's going to stop. But talk to me. I will try to keep up. QQQ in the chat if you got any questions or comments, either on that 1 hour long walk down memory lane or anywhere you want to steer the conversation. Everybody was thanking Barry for the memes. And in case you didn't notice, in the description of the video, which I published yesterday, which was the 1 hour video, I actually made a point to especially thank Barry Simon for all the memes and the contributors, Barbara, Gramma, for the great music. And she sent me 4 more songs yesterday. Wow. So just to let you know, in case you didn't notice, at 37 minutes into that 1 hour video, I actually took the first 23 minutes rather, and repeated them. That was a temporary way for me to just get done and get something edited and ready to go. The last 23 minutes, I'm going to be replacing with new stuff, little by little, and maybe once a week I'll re-render the whole thing. And so you'll notice if we keep doing this, and if it continues to be popular, I will. But I'll be editing it and modifying it and maybe taking some things out based on your comments and maybe putting some new things in. But it's going to change, so it won't be exactly the same week to week. It's a lot of work. I'm willing to do it if that's something you guys really enjoy. I'm proud of you this morning. You fell right into the spirit of things. Now, there's another question that I have. Replay. And I want your opinion on this. So please, after I pose the question, and give me your opinion. I'd rather have the opinion for people who can't make it in the morning and watch the replays. I have a choice. I can replay the whole thing, because that's what's going to happen if I do nothing. The replay will be 2 hours long. That would mean that somebody watching it who just wanted to see the show would basically have to fast forward in their YouTube browser to 1 hour in. Not hard to do. You just hit the fast forward button and get to 1 hour. Or I could clip the video. YouTube gives me the ability to edit the video, the live stream, and then they go ahead and do what I tell them. And it usually takes 15 minutes to a half an hour for the edited version to be completely processed and end up live. If I do that, I can edit out all of it right up to the second where the real countdown starts, which would mean when people watch the replay, they wouldn't have to watch the same 1 hour pre-show. Mason says only replay 1 hour show. Okay, thank you. The replay should just be when you get here, not the first hour. Terry says, I think certain songs that play, say maybe every 15 minutes, will let us know how much time we have before the start of the show for those of us listening in bed. I never thought of that. But I did see your commentary about when I played this. And I think in the next time I re-edit it, I will take that song and put it last, right before the show starts. Because that was a good idea. I was up to my elbows in video clips and memes and pictures and things trying to put this thing together in the first place. And I knew that there was going to be many things I could do to make it better. And I'll keep doing it. And so far, I've seen a couple of people say, just replay the last hour, the show. Okay, I think that's what I'll do. Anybody that jumps on the replay immediately after the show ends is going to get that first hour. There's nothing. Thank you, Mitch. That's our Pavlov's dog sauce. I'm not sure what the word Pavlov's was. That was a good idea, Terry. I'll keep that in mind. If you happen to watch the replay, though, it takes YouTube a certain amount of time to process my edits, and there's nothing else I can do about that. You just fast forward. So if you go to replay the stream and you get the first hour, fast forward through it. If after about a half an hour, I'll do it immediately when I end the stream. I will go in there and edit cut that first whole hour out of it. YouTube will get it processed when they get it processed, and anybody who watches the replay anytime after that will just see the show from its normal start time. That was something I've been wondering about. That's one of the downsides of having 2 hours, because as far as YouTube's concerned, this is 1 2 hour show. I started at 6 o'clock, ended whenever. And that's how long YouTube thinks it is. And many people have much longer shows than that, Rick. to name one I know right up close and personal. Yeah, and I think the consensus is just replay the 1 hour show when I get here. Because I think a lot of people might not understand what's happening and might just drop out and not think to fast forward it. So that's what I'm going to do. We'll try that this morning, see how it works out, see how long it takes YouTube to actually get their work done. But I think that's what we're going to do. Where was I? Yellow Rose came back, and we have Rick saying hello, and now the hellos are starting. Chuck, Kathy. Hi, good morning, Kathy. How you doing? Good to see you this morning. Alyssa in Texas, Danny in Boston. Hi, Danny. Are you home now? Did you get home safe and sound? Larry Ryan. Okay, everybody's talking away. And Peter. Good morning, Peter. You were... Let me say, Peter, this is for you. So there's no misunderstanding. I encourage you to chat your little heart out. The more you chatted during that 1 hour in the beginning, I was rooting for you. Keep it going, man. You're not in my way. That's what I had in mind. So you came in, you did what I really hoped you would, and you did a great job of it too. You really kind of kept the chat rolling. So I appreciate it. Just so you understand, don't feel bad about that. You have me cheering you on. Come on, Peter. More chatting. For two reasons. It really helps. It helps when there's no show going on. That keeps the chat going. It really does. I kind of hoped maybe your fingers got a little tired. And I'm busting on you, you know that. So it slowed down a little bit when I got here. And I think it's a great solution. So you're hired, man. You're hired. Keep it rolling before I get here. Sandy Blythe, how you doing? And Terry, you were very prolific this morning as well, and I appreciate all of you that really, really kept this thing going for an hour. And that hour went fast. It went fast for me just watching it. Donna. Morning, Donna. How are you? You're welcome, Robbie. I appreciate that. Thank you. Terry says, we felt your presence. Well, you know me. First of all, I didn't want to, and I probably will never participate in that 1 hour pre-show. Not because I don't love you guys, because with my right hand not fully recovered and trying to type on the cell phone or even a keyboard is too cumbersome for me. To try voice typing with this little slur that I still have in my voice, I always have to go in and make corrections. And if I started to get involved in that chat, then if somebody asked me a question and I'd feel compelled to have to answer it and then become part of the conversation, and that's not what I want to do. I want to get out of your way for an hour. Let you guys have free reign. Especially Peter. Not worrying about me getting a little bit tense because sometimes it gets in my way. So I have my reasons too. But no, I probably won't be chatting. But I pretty well imagine that I will have it running in the background. and listening to it. And when I do get a chance to watch the TV, I'll be reading chats. I think it's going to work. We'll see. We'll see. And if Kelsey comes back on at 6, we'll deal with that when it happens. But I won't compete with Kelsey with a thing like that. But since nobody else is doing anything at 6 in the morning, and you guys are out there looking for your friends, I think it works great. Adonis says, and then when Mitch comes on, no chatting him on. No, chat. That's fine. You could. I want you guys to chat. I want you to pay a little attention to me. That's all. It's kind of funny in a way. It's kind of funny in a way. Who is this? Mason. How are you doing? Good morning, Mitch and everyone. Wow, there's a lot of chat here. I'm still at 7:02. See, even with all that chat, I can still get 20 minutes behind. But I wanted to talk about that this morning. And I see Ellen just chimed in. Good morning, Mitch. Old Guy Carnivore and chat friends. Happy Monday. Yes, happy Monday, I hope. Two things are at the top of the things that I'm hoping for today. Number one, I hope everybody had a great weekend and had a great time. The second thing I'm hoping for is that my lunatic, stupid neighbors have run out of firecrackers for this year and will stop setting them off late at night like they did last night as well. Fought the urge to go out there and say, what the hell are you doing? I don't know what it is about people. Well, yeah, I do know. I do know. Yeah, it was noisy out there. Rick said he was happy to be back to 8 hours of sleep. But when they sent him off down there in Miami, imagine that. Imagine that. Michael Kenny, good morning. Good morning. And is this CB? Yes, it is CB Carmack. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Amanda says, Mitch, I watched the show, loved the pictures and the music. It was so wonderful. Thank you for all your hard work. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, thank you. And Francine Bourgeois, I published that video of the opening, okay? And it's in my videos on my channel. Anybody who just wants to comment on that or watch it or for whatever reason, play it in the background, feel free. But I did get a handful of comments on it, and Francine Bourgeois, thank you, Francine. She put in there about 10 wows. Wow, 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 wow. She really liked it. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Peter thanks me for the pre-show. You're welcome, Peter. That was for you too, buddy. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. You got a new job now. Keep the pre-show going. And Jerry says, hello, Leslie. Hello, Leslie. Lorraine McDermott. Hi, Lorraine. How you doing? Good to see you. The babies. I love the babies. And I gave Thomas a credit in the video description, too, because Thomas created the stills first of both the babies and the South Park version of the babies. And he sent them to Barry, and Barry went ahead with the AI he uses and animated them. So I gave that, and Louis is responsible also for that still that said morning meat cast, and had me behind the microphone and said eat effing meat at the bottom. That was Louis, and then Barry narrated that one too. And Grandma provided the music. If I missed anybody whose creations I used in that, And without all that, without all those creations, I could have made a 1 hour video, but I don't think it would have been anywhere near as entertaining as all that stuff. And you know how much I appreciate Barry and all the work that he does. Barry sent me this one yesterday.
Kilty, you've expanded CNY fertility around the globe. What's next? Mitch, we've gone galactic. We just opened our first location on Alpha Centauri. Alpha Centauri, an alien planet? Show me the office. Here it is, the most advanced fertility clinic in the galaxy. We use cutting-edge tech to help families, no matter where they are.
I don't know where that idea came from, but that was cute. I like that. Let's hear it for Barry. Yeah, boy, that times out perfectly. A round of applause, a sip of coffee. What a concept. CB says, I just woke up and missed it. Damn it. Well, if you hit the replay right after this stream ends today, you'll see it until YouTube gets rid of the first hour. But also, the whole hour, minus all the comments, of course, is going to be there anytime anybody wants to watch it. And I'm always open to suggestions on it, too. Doesn't mean I'll take them, but I get some great ideas from you guys. Anthony says, then the ads. I can't help what YouTube does with the ads. I turn off the mid-roll ads. I watch YouTube on a channel that is premium, so I don't have to see the ads. I wish there was no such thing as ads, but somebody's got to pay the bills, and it's the advertisers, unfortunately. On Jerry says, great job on them. Welcome montage. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. Appreciate that. Donna Ray is here. Hi, Donna Ray. How you doing? Beautiful 62 here in Maine. Wow, it's a little warmer than that. We've had a rainy weekend, and today it's supposed to be a lot of rain here, so I guess it's good. We don't want... Peter, I'm going to stay as quiet as I figure by now your fingers are tired, Peter. I do have ulterior motives, you know. No, that's great. I appreciate that. Thanks. Thank you so much. Quiet. And Mike Seeley, good morning, Michael. How are you here in Melbourne? Good to see you. And Mason Switch said, good luck, Peter. Chris Wayne in Australia. You guys are all right. Terry says, were you laughing while reading the chat? Not out loud. Not really. I might have chuckled. My neighbors are not close enough to me to hear that TV out there. Ed, ED, $29.99. Good morning, sir. You're an inspiration. Thank you, Ed. And welcome. Chris Wayne says, careful, you'll upset Tuca. No, Donna Ray, I want you guys to chat up a storm. I really do. I couldn't stop you if I wanted to anyway, but no, I just figured a little less of everybody saying hello to everybody else. That really fills up the chat. You know, if somebody comes in and then makes 20 chats saying hi to everybody else, that just makes it almost impossible for me to keep up with it. And I end up missing questions, and sometimes I go by the whole show and never really am able to say anything that I think might be helpful, or encouraging or motivating, or for whatever reason, the main reason to do this stuff is to help and motivate. This is not a typical morning radio show just for entertainment. Shows like that have sponsors, and the talent gets a paycheck, usually pretty significant if they have a following. That's not why we're here. That's not why we're here. We're here to fend off the bullshit, to expose the propaganda, to encourage people who may be having a hard time, try to help figure out, not just me, but all of you too, but to get those things into the dialogue so that some of our own experiences, mine, yours, might be similar, and we can tell this is what I did and it seemed to have worked. Or this is what I've learned I can't do, like eat a bunch of blueberries. But I can drink coffee. And I made sure I put enough cigar stuff in that intro video that nobody thinks I'm trying to hide the fact. And some of those memes, especially the ones with the girls on the panel where all smoking cigars, I laugh my ass off at those things. And Jerry says, are we waiting for the teachers still, or do we go elsewhere? No, you don't go elsewhere. Why would you? Why would you? Why would you? Now, don't be too hard on Peter. Peter and I have an understanding. Michael Pregler, good morning to you. How you doing? And I'm 20 minutes behind. So nothing really changes. Here's a QQQ. Peter. Chico had a great suggestion to put the text scrolling or at the bottom so it doesn't block the viewing of the full photo slideshow. I can't do that, Peter. I can't do that. On my screen here, I have a window that shows me the YouTube scroll, and it's a vertical thing, and it's going to be vertical. But I think you see enough of the actual video, and if you want to see the whole video full screen, just go on my channel and watch it, and it'll be full screen, and there won't be any chat or countdown or anything else. But the purpose of it here is to see the whole chat on the screen and be able to see a whole page of it. I have another way of showing the chat to you. I could go to a full screen version of me and turn this on. And that's a StreamYard thing that shows a small portion of the chat on the, but it only shows like the last 3 or 4 comments. Do you like that better? Do you like that better? Or do you like this better? Remember the last time you went to the eye doctor? Oh, I just made a big mistake. I scrolled all the way to the bottom of the chat. Let me find out where I was. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Click the wrong button again. I'll get back there. But do you like this? Or this? That'd be 2. 1 or 2. Full scroll, says Jerry Voitress. I think it's better. I think it's better. And I don't think it takes up too much room. But I do have that thing. I just never use it. I've seen other people use it to display the text. But with the OBS, and Rick will understand this, with the OBS that I have, you can include any window or screen or any source of video in the scene that you assemble in OBS, and that's where my push buttons come in. And that also enabled me to put together that the whole 1 hour introduction. And that is not, I am not playing back the YouTube video off YouTube. I am actually playing it from a file on my computer and displaying it like I do in there. And it works out great. It works out great. But it's a combination of OBS trickery and StreamYard working together. And Terry says, sounds like we are at the optometrist. Well, that's what I was doing. Yeah, I love that. Which looks better? This one, A or B? Go back to A or B? Well, I think B looks better, Doc. Okay. Which looks better now? C or D? Oh, God, Doc, they're close. C or D? I don't know. I'm having a hard time with it. C or D? Do I need to say one of those things or you won't shut up and we'll be here all day? C or D? Okay, D, Doc. Which looks better now? E or... We've all been there. We've always... It's a pain in the ass. I think they do that on purpose to us. Trying to make us cross-eyed. Yes, right. Tammy says, look at that. Pretzel Pete makes the show. Pete was a big help this morning. Absolutely. Pete was in his element. I'm happy to provide him an hour to do that. There's a place for that. There really is. We love you, Peter. We love you. You know, a parent can love their kids and spank them once in a while and still love them. You know that, don't you? Aaron says, new t-shirt. Yes, let me introduce. I didn't see Gary in here this morning. What happened to Gary? You here, Gary? At any rate, Gary asked me to, I'm wearing a darker version of his Dumpin' Donut shirt. What does it say on there? It says, carnivores run on meat. And he asked me to tell him whether the printing was better on this one or the white one, because they use different methods. So I put the two side by side. The difference is that the letters are printed right on the t-shirt and you can feel them raised. On the white shirt, you don't feel the raised letters. Evidently, they're printed on a bigger white background or something. I don't know which is better. I guess you'd have to say, wash the thing 500 times and see which holds up better. But they both look pretty much the same. If you get a few, 2 feet away from it, you can't tell the difference. And I don't think it makes that much difference. So if you're listening, Gary, or if you watch the replay, thank you for the shirt. I love this shirt. Nice color. Yeah, it's a dark blue. Dark blue. Whoa. Swallowed a frog. Bill Cook says, some reason Mitch video not showing up for me. I don't understand. I guess everybody else can see it because they know I have a blue shirt on. Can't help you with that one. All right, let me look for some questions. Donna said, I see cues at the bottom. And then when Mitch comes on, no chatting. No, I never said that. Stick to what Mitch is talking about. No, I get my cues of what to talk about from you guys. I don't want to get into that the whole subject of monopolizing the chat, but feel free. Feel free. You're doing it. It works out. That wasn't the point. The point was answering every question before I get to it. That's all. Simple as that. It would bother you too if you're trying to put on a show. So no problem. No problem. Peter's not the only one that does that. Many people do that. They want to help. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody here has a great heart. Only wants to help other people. Everybody's complimenting Peter on the great job he did in the early chat. Yes. Yes. And Tammy Pitarch, bacon wrapped shrimp, preferably in the oven. Just a recipe suggestion. Thank you, Tammy. Everything goes better with bacon. That's a good idea. You could air fry it. The only problem, you could do the same thing with scallops. You could wrap bacon around filet or steak or anything. Everything goes good with bacon. And bacon is good for you. So, yeah, the only thing you have to be very careful of is if you put bacon around a shrimp and cook it until the bacon is done, the shrimp's going to be way undercooked. No, overcooked. You have to cook the bacon almost all the way done first. I would actually cook them separately and get them both. Get the shrimp done right, which should take only a couple minutes. Get the bacon done just short of crisp. And while it's still kind of pliable, then I'd wrap around the shrimps, shove a toothpick in it, and put it back under the heat for another 30 seconds so as not to overcook the shrimp. I will try that. That sounds delicious. So I'll keep that in mind. I'm always looking for excuses to put out another cooking video. Those seem to be some of my most popular videos. And I can understand that. I can understand that. We're always trying to figure out new and tasty things that we can make and still closely follow this lifestyle. Reading. We're talking about the fireworks. Amanda agrees. Oh, yeah. And I was sitting out on my back porch, relaxing, watching TV. And 2 houses down, this idiot set off like an M60 or something crazy loud. I felt it thump my chest, scared the shit out of me. I wanted to go out and tear the guy's head off. But imagine if you're a soldier with PTSD trying to have a life over the 4th of July weekend without diving under every car every time a loud explosion goes off somewhere within 100 feet of you. These people, you want to have fireworks, do it out in the open somewhere where it's a fireworks display. You want to just shoot off loud things in your backyard. There used to be a law against that, but people are going to think they deserve the right to hurt other people. The poor animals, the poor pets. You have to wrap your dog in a blanket and put him in a soundproof room over the 4th of July weekend, or the poor dog will come out of this little thing cowering in a corner. Those noises are not natural. I don't like it. Like many other things in this world, you can't change it. You have to figure out a way to hide from it. So what I ended up doing after that guy scared the shit out of me the first time on Friday night is I went outside and I put earbuds in my ears. And I have a Roku TV out there. And the Roku app on my phone lets me send the sound from the TV through the earbuds through my cell phone. And then they are noise-canceling headphones. So that was how I survived the fireworks and still able to live my normal life without hiding under the bed. Crazy. Are people are, I don't know if they're that inconsiderate, or they're just oblivious of anybody else's situation other than their own selfish, it's all about me life. You don't want to hear some of my stories about ridiculous neighbors I've had over my life, no matter where I lived. Most often it was barking dogs out of control, but that. Barry, question. Bring in the heavy to take care of the neighbors. yeah. I'm going to tell my neighbor, yeah, keep it up, and my moderator's going to come down here and kick your ass. On the inside, I would say it, on the inside. I've got to the point in my life where I won't start it. I won't actually confront anybody for anything, because these lunatics out there will make it their personal vendetta to ruin your life. I'd rather just hide from them and hope they go away. I will not call the cops on anybody anymore unless they're in my house holding a gun in my face. Do not want to fight. And that goes with commenters I don't agree with as well. I do not want to aggravate people. I am reading at 7:25. Not the usual half hour behind, so. Lizzie, happy birthday, Lizzie. Is it your birthday? Jerry wishes you a happy birthday as well. So do I. And Ellen. And everybody wishing Lizzie a happy birthday. And Barry is getting some encouragement from Mason. And Terry says, I'm the same age as their late ex. It's a shame that that happened, but it's a battle. It's a battle. It really is a battle. But hopefully it will be around for many more years. It's a compliment for Terry. Yeah, Terry came on our last panel. Was that on Sunday? Were you in the panel yesterday? God, it's only Monday. We had the panel yesterday morning at 10. Yeah, I think you did. And Lori. Hiya, Lori. Lori says good morning to me. And I asked Danny if she was back in Boston yet. I imagine she probably is, but I don't know. She may like Florida so much she keeps extending her vacation. Oh, there's the answer. Danny is back home, just back yesterday. Well, I hope you really enjoyed your trip down here, Danny, and it was a pleasure to meet you. Yeah, that's true. Terry says it appears that half the group showed up for the first hour and the second half came in at normal time. Well, not everybody, especially those people who live west of us, are going to generally never were there at 6 o'clock even for Kiltsy. But it is early. It is early in the morning. It's great for the rest of the world. I mean, we get a lot of people from the United Kingdom in here, Australia even. But for the United States, 6 a.m. on the East Coast is 3 a.m. on the West Coast. It is early. Many of us are early risers. I was been up since 4 myself. I don't expect too many people from California to be here unless that's the schedule that they're on. They go to bed at maybe 8 o'clock at night and get up at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning. Michael Pregler says he will be 68 next month. Michael, I remember when I was that young. Relish it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. And Ellen says, just talk over the chat, Mitch. We chat and listen. Well, I don't prepare, Ellen, a program every morning. That's just more effort than it's worth to try to come up with a show every day. Most daily shows have a team of writers that come up with topics and news and things to talk about. You guys inspire whatever. You direct this thing. It's up to you. And I have to try to look at the chat and look for questions or conversations where I feel I might have maybe something that could help. So I don't discourage the chat. I just don't want to be behind it too far. This morning, I didn't get a head start. I started talking about the intro and the 1 hour before, and I used up 20 minutes of the show just talking about that. Some of you got the chatting out of your system early this morning, and it slowed down a little bit, which means I'll have an easier time maybe getting to the end. We'll see. There's no science to this thing. Time flies. Here it is, almost 8 minutes to 8. Wow. Wow. Amy, good morning. How you doing, Amy? Good to see you. Always. And people say, yeah, the full scroll on the side, I think, makes it easier to read and more useful for people because you don't have to always, you got a little time while the thing scrolls up to the top. Now, that scroll that you're looking at is over here on the side of my screen, and I can scroll. I can scroll around in it. Unfortunately, you can't. But I can. It's live. Whatever shows up in that window, you're going to see on the right side of this screen. And it was my question about what do you like better? Two. Oh, excuse me. Blow my brains out here. 2, 2, 1. And Lori, smartass that she is, said 3. Thanks, Lori. There's always one. There's always somebody like that. That's funny. Here's a 1 boat. Yeah, I like the 1. That's this screen. And I was the first person to pick out Lori's sense of humor. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the optometrist. Yeah. I need to go. I haven't been there in quite a while. These glasses are still working. My eyes are not getting worse. If anything, they get a little better. But I haven't been in Sam's or Costco since my stroke. And I get the glasses at Costco. In fact, I didn't renew my Costco membership, so I'm going to have to. But compared to the two, Costco's optical department is so far superior to Sam's, in my opinion, just based on my own experience. Then I've been getting my glasses at Costco. Much easier to deal with the insurance that I have. They're less expensive, and I think they're better glasses. I think they're better lenses. I ought to do that. Yeah, it's true. Dee says, my eyes are better since carnivore. Yeah, I can read. The text gets sharp as a tack when I lift my glasses up. The focus of what I see on my computer screen is so sharp that I don't even remember seeing text on a screen that sharp. Problem is, I have both astigmatism and prism correction. So I see multiple. When I try to read that text, I see some text above it and some text to the side of it, all over the place, because my eye is making. And I put the glasses back on, and with all the correction, and I think that the actual focus correction is too strong. I think I could do better. If I just had the prism correction and I think I would see better. But it's amazing just exactly how sharp it looks. When I put my glasses back on, it gets a little fuzzy, which is why I'm always leaning in like this. 7:37. Yes, I am actually catching up. Looking for something to talk about, but I've realized that the reason we all come here, probably the overarching reason, is to be with our friends. That's the overarching reason that I come here too. I just have to try to figure out every day how to manage it. Rose says, do you still add creatine and glycine in your coffee? I find that glycine sweetens the coffee. Well, I guess it would. Usually anything with the GLY in front of it kind of means sugar. I never used glycine in my coffee. I've never used glycine for anything. I used leucine for a while, which I don't use anymore. That stinky stuff. I didn't really, after I gave it a good try for months, I didn't really notice all that much. And the whole purpose of leucine is to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. And I didn't notice, so I gave that up. I still do the creatine. 1 cup in the morning, I'll put creatine in. The MCT powder, I do occasionally, and occasionally I put a couple drops of iodine in. I keep trying to decrease the supplementation if I can. I tried a few things because the arguments for them sounded compelling. But if I don't notice, and then when you first start doing something, there's always the placebo effect. You expect to see it. You find yourself, wishful thinking, let's put it that way. But in the long run, same thing like caffeine in my coffee. I don't really notice all that big a difference if I drink coffee or I don't drink coffee. I'd rather, with supplements, because there's nothing enjoyable about taking a supplement as there is about sipping a cup of coffee in the morning. I'm sure Kilsey would probably be able to talk about glycine more than me because maybe it aids the glycocalyx. Remember, things that begin with gly usually are referring to sugars, which may be why it makes your coffee taste sweet. But it also probably has a glycating effect, maybe, which you don't want, and a few calories, which really wouldn't matter. It's up to you. I don't know. I've never researched glycine either. It takes quite a clickbaity YouTube title and thumbnail to entice me into watching any YouTube video that has anything to do with supplements. Sten Ekberg, you know him? I finally had enough of Sten. I think he's a brilliant guy, but he's a veggie pusher. You know, he just always talking about fruits and vegetables, and the other day I was watching a video of his and it was real clickbaity. It was the one deadly supplement you should never take, and he had a skull and crossbones up there. Okay, well, yeah, Sten, you got my attention, buddy. I never did watch the video long enough to find out exactly what the deadly supplement was. Because he just kept going on and on and on about plants and fruits and vegetables. And I said, I've had it with you. You know, you put something up on a YouTube video, you make it clickbaity as hell, and then you make people wait for 10 minutes till you get to the friggin' point, and I hit his channel. So I'm done with Sten. Sorry, Sten. You just ticked me off that day. But that's what it takes to get me to look at a video about supplements. It's got to be something absurd. Something absurd. Hang on a second. My daughter has texted me, and it may be important. Oh, okay. Not that big a deal. Wow, it's 8 o'clock already. How am I? 7:42. Let me get through to see what other questions I got. Question. Best sleep last night with small yogurt after dinner. If yogurt works for you, Kathy, drink it. I personally have never eaten a yogurt in my life. Not one, ever. Not frozen yogurt. Just don't like yogurt, don't need yogurt. The name is not pleasant saying yogurt. I still remember George Carlin did a routine about yogurt. He said, sounds like, you know, kind of throwing up, you know, like yogurt. And I never forgot that. And when my mother told me when I was a kid that it's full of cultures, and I said, excuse me, what are cultures? And they're bacteria, little bugs crawling around. I said, not for me. I am not eating something with billions of little bugs crawling around in them. And that marked the yogurt experience for my life. And I have never once, not once, put a spoonful of yogurt in my mouth. Nor do I intend to. I'm not a dairy fan anyway. I will not eat any of that fermented dairy crap, kefir, all that stuff. Might be very good. I won't eat cottage cheese. I'm sorry. I just never have liked dairy. I didn't eat butter till I was 30 years old. But don't do what I do in that case. I'm not the guy you want to ask questions about dairy. All right, I got to get through this. Been a long morning. We just started 6 o'clock and go to 8. We'll settle into this thing, and I'll just, you know, get this thing ready to go. Hit the go button and then not worry about it. Let it just do its thing until I need to get ready to come back and pay attention to it. Because I enjoy that relaxing time at between 6 and 7 in the morning. Now that Kiltsy's not. I used to sit and relax and watch Kiltsy's show, but I enjoy that quiet time early in the morning. And if for any of you who are worrying about not filling up the chat, don't worry. Don't worry. Plenty of chatting. I am up to 7:55. Okay, because I'm not even reading anymore. I'm just going through it looking for QQQs. And here's some QQQs from Stan's Demand. Mitch, have you always been an early riser, or has that occurred since you started carnivore? I know. No. I've always been an early riser. When I had, even when I was younger, in the 90s, 80s and 90s, and I had my business, I would be there at by 5 o'clock in the morning, and I had to get up, get ready, get dressed, and drive to it. I always there, first one in. And I liked and appreciated the quiet time. I got some work done with no distractions, and I've always been that way. Never had to have an alarm clock in my entire life. Always sprung out of bed, 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock. So, no, carnivore didn't change that for me, but I understand it does for a lot of other people. Good question. Let's see. Any more questions? We'll get to the end of this and get on with our Monday. Question from Terry. In your opinion, is the best way to support... Is that question supposed to be, what's the best way to support a fellow YouTuber? Question, Mitch, in your opinion, is the better... I imagine it should say, what's the best way to support a fellow you? Well, the best way to support is just subscribe to a channel, click the like button, and watch. If you like it, participate. That all means something to YouTube itself. They keep track. Most YouTubers are trying to encourage people to fill up the chat, because YouTube looks at user engagement, and you're the user. Even though I'm a user too. Viewer engagement is a metric that they use, and that's likes, subscribes, and chat entries and comments on videos. Any big YouTuber that has no intention of ever reading these chats is going to discourage chatting, like some people think I do, because I use the chats in my program, in my show, to steer the conversation and give me something to talk about. Because any of you that think it's easy to sit in front of a microphone and a camera, knowing people are watching you, and always have something to say, you have no idea. So I need a clue, and the chat does that. If I was one of these guys that had no intention of ever spending a minute scrolling through the chats, wondering what my viewers are actually saying, I would do like Ken Berry does. Now, this is not a dig against Ken Berry. Ken Berry is doing exactly what you have to do to maximize the YouTube algorithm. Ask your viewers stupid questions. Ask your viewers, for example, where y'all from? Why don't y'all put in the chat where you're viewing from? Well, if you got 2,000 viewers, you have just generated maybe 500 chat entries. Are you ever going to read them? Do you give a flying F about where these people are? No. Anybody that asks you for comments or chats below or is just playing the YouTube algorithm, that is the first clue to me that they don't give a shit and never will ever read your thing, read your comment on their video, let alone respond to it. And that is to respond to users' comments is not normal on YouTube. Because if you get any size to your channel, it's a day's work to do that. But it does support the channel. So in one respect, I don't want to see all the comments go away. But on the other hand, too many of it, too much chatting that doesn't involve me or the topic that we're talking about gives me no clue and nowhere to go. And I just sitting here watching everybody say hello to each other. And that doesn't need me. And that's why I gave you guys an hour to do that before I started. But I still need your help to get through this hour. I'm not trying to put myself out of a job. I didn't want to get to the point where I just run a 2-hour live stream and never show up. Some people do that too. There's channels that just play 24 hours of music and figure that people are going to come and go and YouTube's going to pay them. Okay, well, we're getting there. We're getting there. Are Ken Berry's liver capsule promotions real? I never heard, Terry, I never heard Ken Berry pushing liver capsules. I never heard it, so I can't tell you if they're real. I know that desiccated liver capsules are a thing. They've been controversial. I'm not going to comment on that because I have no opinion either way. I've never tried them. I don't eat organ meat anyway. Karen P thinks I'm cranky. Cranky much? Yeah, I get cranky sometimes. Here's the question, Mitch. Curious why you stopped wearing a baseball cap on your show. It's just warm. It's just warm. I'm not, people were thinking that I'm ashamed to show my bald head, which I actually brag about. I actually love it. So, no, it's more comfortable for me. It's more comfortable. Plus, when I put on the cap, here's another main reason. When I put on the cap, the brim, most of the light that's hitting my face now is reflected off the ceiling from one light. I don't have to light the whole room. It works great. Works great. You get a little sunlight from the window over there. That's why that side of my face is a little brighter than that side. If I want to light this side of my face, I could turn that light on and then I'll brighten me up from over there, but I normally don't need that. Don't use it. Turn it off. But when I put the baseball cap on, it completely shades any light that might hit my eyes. And when that happens, I have to use these lights that are on top of my monitor. These lights here that light my face from the front. Maybe not that bright, but and I don't like, if I can get away without having those things shining in my eyes, I'm happy. So wearing the hat makes it more comfortable. Not wearing the hat makes it much more comfortable for me to do this. But I still use the hat picture on the thumbnail. All right. I am at the bottom of the chat. See that? Worked out perfectly. So let me play a little happy music for my friends, and y'all can say goodbye in the chat. And we'll call it a day. Been a good morning. Been a good show. I got to remember right now, as soon as I end this show, I need to go immediately into the YouTube studio and cut the first hour out of it. I'd even thought about maybe I should leave the first hour in today's show and do it once, but I don't want to confuse people, so I will cut it out. And if any of you try the replay later on and that hour is still there, shoot me an email, OldGuyCarnivore@gmail.com, and let me know. I tried it yesterday with an older video, and within 15 minutes they had accomplished the edit. We'll see. We'll see. So thanks for coming, everybody, and thanks for participating in the 6 a.m. coffee shop. Hope you really enjoyed it, and I'll do it tomorrow, and we'll see if people continue to take advantage of it. And as with everything else on YouTube, if I see that people are no longer interested, I'll stop doing it. You got to change with the times. I guess that's the world we live in. Okay, my friends. It's been a great morning. Have a happy Monday. If you're in Florida, stay dry. Oh, even in the rain, they were firing off fireworks out there. Oh, my God. Maybe I'm just getting to be a cranky old man. And there's the end of the music, and this is the end of the show. So take the rest of the day off and eat meat.